All right, welcome back to this session. The last time we met, we did the one variable data table for the annual payment, and today we are coming to look at the two variable data table of on the cost of car. As we know, what we have been doing previously, this is just a continuation. So for you to get a clear understanding, you have to go back to the previous video, revisit them, and then you can try your hands on them. So now, just as I explained in the previous video, we want to see what these variables, the changes that these variables will cost. And as we know what variable is, immediately a variable change, it affects the results that the previous variable causes. So previously we did the one variable data, which is just here, and it helps us it helped us in knowing that with this same 4% annual percentage rate, every month we are going to pay this, and when it is 4.2825 we are going to pay this. When it is 4.50 we are going to pay this. So this has enabled the bank, or whoever is giving out the loan, which normally we know it's banks, to have a clear idea on one variable changing, and that is only the rate. But this time around, we want to look at it not only from the standpoint of the rate, but on another thing. So we will first work on our rate first, just as we did previously. So we know our rate to be 4%, as it was given in the question already. Come in. So this is 4%, and we now have to go and do what? Fill it. So the difference is 0.25%, and the stock value is 8%. So what this means is that you are not going to type this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're just going to type 0.25% addition to this one. So when we were doing last time we met in class, those of you who were typing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you can just key 1 and then just key in 1, 2 plus 1, 2, 40, I think it was 40 something, and you are good to go. So this is the rate that we will be using to check the variables. And after that, there's another thing that we need to look at, and that is the number of the cost per payment. Previously we used the monthly payment amount, the total to repay loan, and then the total interest paid. But this one, we want to check two things. We want to check the rates, and then what will happen if the cost changes. This one we're only looking at if the rate changes. But here we want to look at if the rate changes, and then if the cost also changes. So we were asked to key in 150,000, and then 150,000, and then we key 175,000, then the next one is 200,000. 100,000. Since these are all money, as usual, I think by now we are used to this thing already. So just change it to currency, reduce the decimal place to 0, and then that is it. There's no need for you to bring Ghana cedis, but if you want to bring it, that's fine. So now we are done with this and this. Now, what is the formula that we are going to base on? Remember, when we were doing this one, after we finished doing this ones, we selected the formulas of which the variable changes is going to depend on. So here too, this one is keyed, this one we have keyed it ourselves, and this one too, they were also keyed by ourselves. So there should be a formula of which, or a rate, a source where these things will reflect into. So we are going for the APR rate, and the APR rate is what we have already computed in cell B, B12. So just as this one, B12, you're going to pick this one too. So you come here, you click the equal sign, you click the equal sign, and then you select the B2, B12. I've always said that use this method, just use your mouse to select it if you are not a pro. And then you just click enter, and then you are good to go. Say, I've already done this thing, so I have to edit them. So you come here, click on the equal sign, and then you select this, and you click enter. So you are good to go. That's all. So we want to rename this one to APR, just as we did previously. We don't want this figure to show here. We just want them to know that this is the annual percentage rate. So you go to, I think we are already familiar with this, but let's take our time. You click here, then you go to customs, and you delete everything here. You can just click in Control A to select everything, delete, and then you type APR, and then you select OK, and that is it. So this is the APR, these are your rates, and these are the costs that you want to check. So now what is left is for us to use our what if analysis to generate the two variable. So we will select from here the I3 up to, what is the last one, L20. You select everything. You are selecting everything here. Okay. Then you go to your data. You go to your hot if analysis, and then you go to your data table. So I think previously this is what we used, and I know most of us are already familiar with this this method. Going to data, and then you go for what? Let's start. So you go to data, what if analysis, and then you go to what? Data table. This is what we are doing. We are doing the data table, two variable data. So it's data table. Now we have the row input cell and then column input cell. So now we have two things, the row and then the column. When we were doing the previous one, we didn't concentrate on one. We only concentrated on one. But this time around, it's a different thing altogether. So when it comes to the row, this is the row. and then this is the column. So on the row, we want to depend on what? The cost of the car. On the row, we want to concentrate on the cost of the car. So because we want to know the cost of the car, we go and pick the cost of the car, which is here, and that is in B2. Because this APR rate of which the table is going to compute on is dependent on this 150. I hope it's not confusing. Whatever that we are coming to do here depends on our previous data. So since we have selected this APR rate here, this APR rate figure here was 668. It wasn't 4%. So this 668 that we are basing it on to generate or to create this data table, what was the cost? The cost was here. And it should be just like this one. So we are trying to tell him that this report came as a result of this. Therefore, he should use that one. All right, I think we are good to go. So we go for B2. And this is automatically it will lock it. So don't go and lock it all. Now when you go to the column, what again did this computation based on? The column is what? The rate. Previously, when we did the previous one, the one variable, we only concentrate on what? On the rate. So this time around, we are concentrating on the B4. Are we okay? We are concentrating on B4. Automatically it will lock because you know that these are not relative cells. So if you don't lock it, you are doomed. So you have to lock it. But automatically it has been locked. So don't go and lock it again. So these are the two things that we will pick. This is the most important thing that we need to know. The row column cell is based on the cost. And this is the row. This is the row. And this is the column. The column is based on the rate because you can see here that these are the rates. You can see here that these are what? The cost. Now you are done. So now the system has informed us that if we are using 4% on 150,000 cost, we will pay a monthly of 668. If we are using 6%, 4% on 175,000 cost, we will pay 788 continuously like that. And I'm sure this is well understood. So you can do your design. This format has already been done already. So I'm sure all of us know it. And I think most often the decimals were all 00. So try and put this decimals to 0.2 so that you get it as it's on the system, on the screen. Then you change this 1 to 0.00, or if it's 0.2, 2 decimal place, I'm sure you will understand. The next thing exercise that I want us to do is the goal seek. The goal seek is also another thing. The goal seek scenario is another thing to look at, and we'll be looking at it. So this one, the goal seek, is that this one you want to check certain things. You want to see, okay, if I'm paying this rate and I'm paying this month, what will happen? Okay, I don't want to know the month. Okay, what if if I have only 800 cedis to pay every month, then how many years will you give? So all those things you are goal seeking, like you want to find out you are carrying your own data, and then you want to find out what the company can give it to you. So looking at these two data, the company is saying that with 4%, you are going to pay 668 for 150,000. Okay, now you come and raise your concern that ideally, I wish I can pay this 668, but I have more than that. The money that I can give to you is more than 668. I can give you guys around, let's say, 1,000 Ghana cedis or 800 Ghana cedis a month. So I want you to use that one to compute so that I will know if maybe something will decrease for me. I hope we get it. Someone too can come and then say something like, oh, I will pay less. Maybe the money that I have on me is small. I cannot pay the 668. So me, I can pay 500 cedis. So that one, so how many years will it take? Or how many? So it's just you seeking your goal. And then we use the what do you call the goal seeking to seek for those things. So let's try one and then see how the goal seek works. Okay. So just like you go to the data, I think this one you can put it anywhere. You go to the data, what if analysis, and then you go to goal seek. So this is the goal seek. Now, here is the set cell. And this cell, whatever that you put here, should be a formula. The data should be a formula. And it is based on this that you are coming with your goal. This should be what is already in existence. And this should be what you wish you can. And what you want him to change is this one. Is it clear? The goal seek has 3 inputs. The first one is the set cell. Okay, they have given you results, and then you are saying the monthly payment you can't pay all. Okay, then the set cell will be the formula for the monthly payment. It should be a formula. You should not pick anything that is not a formula. To value. So based on this, if let's say the formula result was 10, to value, meaning what you want to propose or what you want to seek, should be here. Let's say 5. And then if you change this to this, if you change the set cell to this, what figure do you want it to change? Do you want to confirm the cost, or you want to confirm what? Normally it is the cost of the item that maybe you want to change, or maybe you want to know, you want to change the down payment that you have to make, or maybe, so it is what you want to change. And that one too, it's not a formula. The only thing that you have to change, look at, is what? Is this one. And anything that you do will affect this data, this input data. It will affect the rest. I hope that is fine. Okay, so let's do it based on what was in the book. So the set cell, what we want to currently look at is that the monthly payment, this one, we can't pay, we can pay more than 668. So how much can we pay? 800 was the illustration. So we are picking this cell. We are picking this cell number. Simple. Now, what is the value here? 668. So what can you pay? You want to pay, what you can pay is 800. Okay. So with the 800, what do you want to? Now, these things, it don't change the rate much. It doesn't change the rate. Bank in there, the bank is willing to give you 20% on as their risk for whatever that they are giving to you. And that risk is there. They are not going to change it because of you. So you can't say that you want to change the rate. Why do you want to change the rate? They will not change the rate for you. It's 4%, 4%. So mostly one of the things that you want to confirm is the down payment. So the amount that you'll be paying. If I am paying 800 every month, how much should I pay as down payment? That's what you want to confirm now. Okay. So now you want to look at the down payment. So where can we find a down payment? It shouldn't be a formula. So it's this one. Okay, so we select this one too. So now, if we are paying 800 cedis every month with the same rate, what should be the down payment? So they are saying that if we are paying 800 cedis every month, the down payment should be what? 17. So it's even negative. And that is just for us to understand. So let's cancel so that all of this will come back again. So let's try another one for us to maybe get a clear understanding. So we are still talking about this. Then we want to pay 700. No, let's say we want to pay 600. And what we want to verify is the down payment. So if we want to pay 600 cedis every month and we cannot pay the normal 668, then the down payment will be moved to what? 224,323. But previously, it wasn't like that. Previously, it was 10,000. So that is how the goal seeking. So the customer is in and he's asking, you have given them all this data, and they are saying that, oh, your bank is good. I really want to, but I want to know the down payment is too much for me. You see, we have money that the monthly payment we will not be paying just the 668. We want to pay more so that the money that we have physically on us is small. So we want to know, okay, so if that is the case, you start by picking this. So how much can you pay? He said, oh, we can pay 700. It's okay, 700. So we want to check the down payment. When we check the down payment, you only pay 3,000 as down payment and then pay 700 every month. I hope you understand. So this is what the goal seek is all about. When you try the goal seek, I prefer that you click on cancel because it will change everything that is here. And some of us, we always want to find out that what is in the book is exactly what we are having. Yeah, so just click on cancel and then it will come to the normal default. I think now we have done the two variable and we have done the goal seek. The next thing that we will do is the scenario. It's a scenario, but I don't want the video to be long. Sorry, I don't want the video to be long. So I will stop here and then we will get time for only the scenario and then some tips that I would love that we know, because some of us delay when we are typing, and that is because we are not much proficient when it comes to Excel typing. So in the next video, I'll talk about the scenario manager and then a bit of techniques that I'm expecting some of us to know, so that in examination hall, when we are doing the work, we would go a bit faster than what we normally go. As I've told you, like, subscribe. The more you do that, people will also be engaged. It will engage, and people will also get to know what we are doing here. This is popular. This is specifically for loans. And when somebody is giving a loan for somebody, or a bank is giving a loan to a customer, they will need this data to determine how much the customer will be paying and then other factors. Thank you.